What are we saying, Liam?
Yeah, let's good. Good to go.
What are we saying, Jack?
Good to go, bro.
Let's do it, Brandon.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking do it. All right, we're back. It's different kind of genius. It's another week again. I'm your host, Andre Kufe. It's always a special guest. You guys are getting sick of me saying it, but I'm going to keep saying it because everyone's special as fuck. With me today, I got the big homie, Brandon Stone, all the way from Melbourne. Brandon, what's happening, my brother?
Not too much, bro.
Not too much?
Same old, G.
That's the way, my brother. Thank you so much for pulling up as well. I get you
Awesome.
from the other side of Melbourne. That shit was a bit of a journey, but I'm so happy you made it.
All sweet, bro. I like driving anyway, so don't sweat it.
True.
Yeah.
Well, shit, let's just jump straight into things. I know what a man like Brandon does, but tell the people, what do you get up to?
Not much.
Not much?
Not much. I don't know. I'm sort of an open book, but usually I like to keep to myself.
True.
But yeah, I'm a rapper, if
A
you want
rapper.
to call it that, or an artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. I'm just a regular dude that just likes to do creative shit. To be honest, anything creative.
Word.
Music. I'm getting into fashion heavily lately.
True.
Yeah, so
In what ways are you getting into fashion?
just discovering, like even this jacket, bro. If I look back at like 2 years ago, I could never see myself wearing this jacket. But now I'm like vintage, everything vintage. I'm not too popping off on like Balenciaga and all that.
Man, that shit's expensive. Unless you got like proper
That's what
bands,
I mean, bro.
it's like by all means.
We ain't made it that
Nah,
much to
not yet.
be walking around with Balenciagas, but
Fuck.
I don't know. A lot of my homies are trying to, start up some fashion lines, and I got a few that already have. Shout out Zero Morals. So they sponsor me. That's one of my homies,
True.
TC.
And what sort of clothes are they doing? Just put them on like that.
Everything,
I don't even
bro.
know.
Hoodies.
Like vintage shit, or they're printing their own?
It's almost streetwear.
True.
Or tech streetwear.
Yeah.
So they got like the bags and like the vests. They got the
they've
beanies.
Are they the people?
Now that I know what you're thinking of Westside Apparel. Shout out Westside
I am
Apparel
thinking
too.
of Westside Apparel.
Yeah, shit's fire. Even Third Chapter as well.
Man, yeah, they had a lot to do with the homies back in Ballarat.
Yeah,
Like a few of the
heaps.
boys used to
Yeah.
ride and they used to
Even
put them
Braden
on.
Fun Films as well is heavily. I'm pretty
True.
sure.
Man, I need a... Yeah, you know who you are. If you're listening, get at me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's something we
they're
need to
crazy.
make happen.
Yeah, it's very creative at the moment, bro.
100%.
It's sick to see. Yeah, I'm just not sort of observing what they're doing almost, but like me and two other homies are just trying to create something fresh.
True.
Even like that tech wear almost. Just really push that tech wear, that sort of fashion and perspective that not only Melbourne but like Australia doesn't really have yet. It's sort of overseas.
But then we want it. Like you look...
That's exactly, yeah.
There are so many people that want that and that crave that.
Yeah.
And-
Creativeness should not be, kept in. Just spread it as much as you can.
Literally.
That's what I think anyways.
And then like not only that, like that's part of the creative process, like trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't just limit yourself to like, oh, I fucking can rap. I'm just going to stay in this lane. It's like,
yeah.
what else can I do?
No, never keep yourself in that one pocket. That's the one thing, like I was speaking to you before about it. Even with my music, I don't know, probably like, I'd say 2 years ago max, like I was always that sort of aggressive, like bar heavy, real focus on lyrics kind of artist.
Yeah.
But now all I want to do is like make melodic kind of stuff. Like I listen heavily to Kid Leroy.
True.
The dude's like 2 main songs, I think. So he's got Blessings out, and there's another one he released on SoundCloud called Winning.
Okay,
And
I haven't heard Winners. I
Yeah,
heard
just
Blessings.
even listening to that, like, just the melodic side of things, I'm just listening. I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy, bro. Because I'm pretty sure he's 16 or 17,
Yeah, man, he's hella young.
and he just bought his mum a house in LA. What did he sign to? He signed to Sony for like $1 million.
Man, he had real attention when No Jumper did that thing on like the
Yeah.
hoods in West
Yeah,
Sydney.
when he came, yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
For real. Nah, but he's got songs that are unreleased with like Juice WRLD, Lil Skies, A
True.
Boogie.
And then like, yeah, they're just all on
They're in the
way.
vault, bro. That's how scary it is.
Well, that's management though, getting in the way of that. They're like, hold on, let's like slowly drop this one after the other after the other.
But that's the thing, bro. It's precision. Like I notice in this industry that everything is about timing.
Break that down.
Everything. Because how do I word this? So it doesn't matter how I'm going to speak from an industry standpoint.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how talented you are, whatsoever. That is now out the window. I think the industry has gripped onto that for a few years now. So you can be the most talented person, have the most potential, but no one will know who you are. You know what I mean? So it's real industry based, and based on clout. So depending on how many followers you got or whatever, how many people know you, depends on your success, if that makes sense.
It makes complete sense. We've had people sitting in your chair, and it's funny to see how many different worlds that actually impacts.
Yeah.
If you're an actor, like we had a big actor, shout out to Tyson Jarvis, helped me out a fuckload. But he's lost roles to people that have had like 1 million followers and shit.
Yeah.
And he could have been a better actor, but it's just like, well, he's going to get us movies ticket sales. You're just going to get your little family to watch it. It's like, it's great. And he's got a big following and stuff like that, but when they compare him, it's like, fuck.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It disappoints me because I just got a heap of homies that work so hard for the same thing that I'm wanting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but there's no competition. Obviously, like I want to see all my homies up, but yeah, you just wish that the industry could actually recognize talent. Because imagine if that was the case. Like, could you imagine the music that would be hitting people's ears if these dudes were like genuinely getting attention? The whole industry standpoint would just be shifted completely.
Literally. And I think what else is fucked up about that too is it's almost like there's two sides of the coin. Yeah, we live in this world now where the most clout will sort of mean the most attention. But at the same time, all you need is one track.
That's all you need.
You can have one
It's
track
been
and then
done.
all
It's
of a
been
sudden
done.
it's just like, bang, the attention's now on you. Now
For
it's
sure.
about, once you've got that attention, it's almost sustaining it.
Yeah, maintain.
Yeah, because it's like you can easily get it, but it's like if you just planned ahead and had one banger and you don't have another one ready to go to follow that up,
Yeah.
it's like all that attention will just
It
slowly
would just
seep
ease
away
off,
from
yeah.
you.
Nah, that's true, 100%. I was gonna bring up sort of that instance with Kid Leroy with Blessings, but I just realized that he was doing that for like a quick minute. Like he released EP on SoundCloud, and then sometimes I wonder about that if it's one hit wonders, like what they were doing before that. So it could be that song, but yet again they could have released 5 albums before that. They never got any notice. You know what I mean? So it's the journey, not the destination. I don't know how they put it.
No, but like you're spot on. And then so many people talk about it as well. Like you look at Russ and shit. Like he was literally, I'm going to drop one song for the year,
Yeah,
like one song every week for a whole year, and then we'll see what happens.
Nail it, yeah. Yeah, he's a good example. A lot of people hate on him.
Mm-hmm.
I do it at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a perfect example for that. And now he's, selling out arenas by himself.
But you know what's
no
fucked?
supports, nothing.
You know why we hate on him? Because that's almost that confidence that every creative wishes they have.
Yeah, confidence or cockiness.
Or
There's a real thin line.
100%.
But he treads it well.
But then you know how, and then this is what I've been explaining this to some, like my brother in particular. I said, it's not always about dropping the perfect product. It's about more dropping the best of your ability at that time. And what he's able to do with that weekly, like how he drops a track every week, he does it to the best of his ability for that week. And then after he's put it out, it provides the opportunity to get the feedback and the critique to help shape the next one.
Yeah.
And I think that's the bit that people don't talk about. Because the fact you put it out, it allows you to get feedback from it. You're like, am I on the right path or do I need to switch it up? Like, depending on what you need to do. And I just think that's so important for growing. And I'll relate that back to this to make a bit more sense. Every time I drop an episode and like look back on it, I learn things. Like next time, say this. Next time, don't interrupt, like blah, 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 blah. And the only reason I've got the ability to do that is because every week I'm doing something.
Yeah. No, for sure. I agree with that. It's almost like I've always gone by the sort of the motto, criticism is worth more than compliments. I think. Like I know a lot of artists, I used to do it, not as a kid, but I was probably about 16, 17, where you'd ask for people, what do you think of this? But people that they'd give you the answer that you want. You know what I mean? So
yes, man, bro.
You'd purposely do that just so they can say, yeah, it's sick, and then all of a sudden, oh, you feel good. Instead of sending it to the people that you need that feedback from. Doesn't always have to be positive. I love negative feedback. You can class it as hate or whatever, but I'm always going to listen to that a lot more than positive because I'm always trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So positive feedback, it's good. It's good for your soul.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I'm trying to be the best. So negative feedback is what I want just so I can correct that and then...
Oh, I get
forward.
you completely.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I say when people like, I love being critiqued on shit for like everything you just said.
Yeah,
And it's almost like when people are like, oh yeah, that shit was good. I'm like, but tell me what you don't like.
yeah,
And then you get them because they're like, ooh, ooh. And there's always something they'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like how you quickly brushed over. It's like, da-da-da, like. And then if you actually take the time to listen from that, that just means the next thing you drop gets even fucking better.
yeah. It's almost as though as that, you know, they're sort of afraid, not afraid, but sort of timid to tell you about that. But I don't know. It could be. I don't know. This is just me. Like, this generation is super sensitive for reasons,
Yeah.
you know. But everyone sort of is scared to be, you know, say what needs to be said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was probably, my dad's Aussie. He's sort of old school, so I was always raised like what's need to be said.
True.
At times, what you want to hear, but I've always sort of grown up knowing that, you know, what needs to be said is the best thing for you. You know what I mean? So, as I said, negative feedback is the best thing for me. For your development, any artist, creator, even in your job, it's the same kind of deal.
And then you know what else it is? It's the fucking truth.
Yeah, facts.
Like if you sit here and tell me like, oh yeah, that shit's just hard. I'm like, I know there's some bit you don't like.
Yeah,
Like,
bro,
like,
I hate when people be saying that, bro. Yeah, it's lit, it's hard. I'm like, is that it? Like, tell me, like, give me a description. Like, if you give me like 1,000-word paragraph, I'm gonna read that, bro, front to back 3 times. You know what I mean?
yeah, and like it's dope because it shows you care.
Exactly.
And then it's
sure.
like there's so many people that will just do this and they're like, oh fuck it, it's out now. Like I'm
Yeah.
not going to reflect on it. I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with, but it's just like you can learn a lot from listening to other people.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
It's fun.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
take us through it. So how did you become a rapper? Like how did that happen for you?
There's probably a few stories behind it.
We got nothing but time, bruv.
All right, I'll tell a few. So originally, my parents were split. So I lived in Doncaster as well as Mill Park through shared custody with my parents. So I went to school in East Doncaster, primary school at a place called Beverly Hills. Shout out Beverly Hills, and then East Doncaster, and then I later moved to Epping and so and so. So going from East Doncaster, travelling to Mill Park, I caught the 901 bus to Melbourne Airport. So it goes from the front of East Doncaster to literally outside my house where I used to live. And there was a guy, my homie Mark, he lived in Diamond Creek, which is like the next suburb from Mill Park almost.
Yep.
We used to catch the bus together. And I'm not sure what nationality he is. But
What, like African?
yeah,
or?
he's African, yeah.
True.
But specifically, because
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
he'll be like, bro, you fucking know this. But
Yeah.
anyways, he always used to rap, and I've always grown up on rap. Like my mum used to listen to Guns N' Roses a lot. My dad used to listen to like Iron Maiden and at times rap. But I remember the first CD I ever bought was Encore, Eminem.
True.
Typically. But yeah, so grew up sort of on that, watching 8 Mile on the coffee table with a hairbrush, rapping Eminem lyrics and shit.
How old were you at that stage?
Bro, 4.
4.
Bro, I was watching every word I know off 8 Mile. I've been watching that since the day dot, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah. So on the bus, he'd be writing lyrics, and I always looking over his shoulder, like, bro, the fuck are you writing, bro? Every day. He's like, just lyrics, bro. And I was like, fuck it, I'll try, see what happens.
How old were you at this point as well?
Year 9.
So what, like 15?
Yeah, 15, 16-ish. And yeah, so I started writing. Never really thought much of it, but he's a real honest dude. Probably too honest at times.
Too honest?
Yeah, and he'd always give me feedback on it, and I sort of know how he is, so I know whatever answer he was going to give me was going to be the answer, not beat around the bush, nothing. Every bit of feedback was like, bro, this is sick, and I could tell that he wasn't sort of like hiding the truth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like, this is sick, and I thought nothing of it. And at that stage, I was sort of going through my DJ phase.
True, it's
Wanted to be-
DJ as well.
Yeah, wanting to be a DJ a little bit, but I just didn't have no patience for that, bro. I couldn't work nothing, didn't know how to fade beats in. I'm like, nah, fuck this. I ain't doing it. And then I remember I copped so much shit for this. I did a remix of Or Nah
Oh no.
Ty Dolla $ign, Wiz Khalifa.
Oh yeah.
A long time ago.
And The
bro.
Weeknd.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck, that was a tune back in the day.
for sure. I did a remix of that. I remember I had my Tractor S4 DJ decks. Plugged the microphone into the top of that. No filter, nothing. My room was just four walls. So the reverb was just fucking sounding like I was in a fucking tunnel, bro. There was no effects on it, nothing. So I made a remix to that. The most trashiest thing I've ever heard. At the time, I thought I was Drake. But dropped that shit on Facebook or YouTube or something. And then, bro, the amount of hate that I got.
Fuck.
Bro, I got bullied and everything.
Was
for
that your
shit.
first one too?
Yeah, bro. I remember, fuck, what was it, bro? People at my school and shit were like, bro, I just got AIDS listening to this. And all this kind of shit, bro. This is like the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm like, fuck, bro. I was like, fuck you, Mark, bro. Why are you telling me I was good and shit?
This.
Yeah, bro. I was like, fuck you, bro. But I don't know. I was sort of, at that time, I didn't make music for like a quick minute, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was like, nah, fuck it. I must be shit. I must be terrible. But my stepdad is also a musician.
Yeah.
So he has an aria. So he was one of the
Oh, he's got an aria?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
He was one of the founding members of Hunters and Collectors.
No shit.
Yeah, so he's always been musical, even now, bro. He's got fucking like keyboards around the house, guitars, everything, bro. And
That's handy as fuck for you, bro.
it is. Yeah, there's a few connections. But yeah, he was always playing music. So wherever I went, bro, there was music. I sort of couldn't get away from it, even if I wanted to stop. But yeah, so I didn't make no music for a while after that. I was like, fuck it, this isn't for me. And at the time, I was a real sporty kid.
Yeah.
I was real into footy. I was going through, you know,
Like AFL or
yeah, AFL.
Yeah.
Going through like rep, all the you know TAC Cup,
Yeah.
all the high end kind of shit. So I was really focused on that, but I kept getting injured, and then like I discovered what girls were, and so I was like, nah, bro, like probably footy probably ain't
So
it.
what was that, about 16, 17?
I'd say 17.
Yeah.
There's just one time I'll tell you a story. It's very funny.
True.
So a lot of people's gonna laugh at this too. We're at Tasmania for school camp in about year 11.
Yeah.
And this was a stage I was going through. It's a team called Northern Knights. So it's the stage before you get drafted into the AFL, which is the real deal. And it was wet, and we're at what's that? Where the mass murderers were in Tasmania.
No.
Fuck. Can't remember what it was
Like the
called.
recent ones.
Nah,
Is that Port Arthur?
that's the one.
True.
Port Arthur. So we were there, and they have like the boat docks or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's the ramp there, and the night before it was raining. So I'm like, all right. There was my mates there that was skimming rocks and shit, and I got a really good arm. So I was like, fuck it, bro, I'll skim rocks. I'll show these motherfuckers how to skim rocks.
Yeah.
Skimmed a rock. First one was all right. Second one was all right. Third one, I came up, and my left foot was planted on the ground. So I skimmed, and it was wet because it was raining the night before. My left leg slid forward and did like a super big lunge, and I could hear something rip like off my hip.
Yeah, the ball and socket joint.
Yeah, I could. I don't know if I could hear it, but
You could feel it.
yeah. So I wasn't sure, and I'm like, fuck, bro, that shit hurt, bro.
No, you know.
And there's the teachers there, and we're all on the pier, so they were taking photos, and I was just like, I was on my had my hands on my knees because I was in a lot of pain, bro. I was getting dizzy and shit, and then
It's almost shocks kicking in. You're just
yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it wasn't even that. Like I was able to walk it off because this was like the first camp at a new school, so this was at Epping at the time.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't want to look? Yeah, I see.
I didn't want to look like a
Yeah.
bitch, bro. I was trying to walk that off, bro. In front of girls too. I was like, nah, bro.
Everyone's seen you do it. You're just like,
Yeah, I ain't a bitch, bro. I was trying to walk that off crazy. And then there was like this pillar on the pier. I was leaning onto it. And then there was the water. I was leaning onto the pier, and then I had my hands on my knees. The teacher was like, get up, like stop being stupid, take the photo. I was like, yeah, right. And my face was like just completely green.
oh no.
And everyone was like, Brandon, like, bro, you all right? Like, what's wrong? Then I blacked out. Not blacked out, but I couldn't see.
Yeah.
It was weird as fuck. Like, I was still standing, but it was just white. But I thought I was dying, guys. I thought I was dying. And started to stumble over. I didn't pass out because I was still conscious.
Yeah.
But yeah. So can't remember what it was. A teacher or somebody. My homie Habib carried me over towards like this shed. Sat me against the shed, and that's when I was like losing consciousness. And he was like slapping me in the face and water, lollies, everything. But yeah, I think it was. I don't know why I passed out. I think it was because of pain. Because
That's
like,
fucked.
bro, this shit was killing, bro. I don't know what it was. I never got
You
never
didn't
got
get
it checked.
out.
A lot of all the physios and doctors that I went to said I tore my abductor off my hip.
Okay.
So there was another 2 days left on that camp, so I was in a wheelchair
Fuck.
that whole time. So
So what? You go to hospital after it?
nah, never went.
They just put you in a wheelchair.
Yeah. So we're on camp, so the teachers thought I was milking it.
Yeah.
But bro, I was not milking this, bro. I was in the bedroom, and then at night when we stayed at the motel, everyone was like running out, and the dudes wanted to go in the girls' room, and
Yeah.
you know that shit. And then I was just stuck there, bro. I was like, fuck it, I can't move at all. I couldn't move I couldn't walk on like my right side or
Yeah,
nothing.
but now it's swollen.
So the first night was really bad. Second day was pretty bad. Then third one I could sort of walk on a little bit, which is the time we're going home. And the teachers were all handing out awards and everything for the whole camp. And I got a Drama Queen award for it. I was like, bro, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you, bro. You give me that award, bro. I was like, surely not, bro. I just fucking tore my shit. And anyways, got back to Melbourne. Oh no, that night I phoned my dad. This was like the worst phone call I've ever, because the week later was like the most important game of footy,
True.
that I've ever had.
Yeah.
So he's like,
This is when the scouts are out and shit.
And my dad was like that dad that every football game he was there. He was my coach at one point.
Yeah.
Every footy game, he was there, bro. He was that one in the corner. So Brandon, like
He just critique you after the game.
one of them ones. But he never missed a game. Same as my granddad. All that, you know, we're footy heads. But yeah, called him up, and I remember because I had it on speaker. I'm like, my homies Lebo and Noah were in the same room, and I'm like, bro, watch this. Like, my dad's gonna flip out. I had it on speaker. I'm like, Dad, you're not gonna believe this. He's like, yeah, what? And I'm like, he's like, I explained it. I was at the pier, skimmed a rock, and I fucked up. And told, because one of the teachers were first aiders, had to be trained in first aid. And one of them said, no, you've torn your abductor, because he played footy, so he sort of knows injuries as well.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you've torn your abductor, or you've torn something 100% because there was no movement whatsoever.
Mm.
And my dad was like, fucking bullshit. I was like, I'm dead serious. He's like, nah, you're pulling my leg, mate. I'm like, Dad, I fucking promise you I'm in a shit ton of pain. He's like, what did you do that for? I was like, what? You reckon I meant to fucking tore my abductor off my hip? He's like, who told you that? And I was like, the medic. I was like, what fucking medic? Like, he just wanted,
He's just questioning
like, bullshit.
everything.
Yeah, he's like, bullshit. Because he couldn't believe it. Like, it can't happen, you know? Like, you couldn't have worse luck. So anyways, got back to Melbourne. Fuck. My dad laughed at me when I got home because I was still sort of rough. And he was laughing at me. He's like, you're a dickhead. I was like, you know, what are you going to do? And that weekend, so I got home in that Friday. And then the week later on the weekend, played the game.
You played through it.
I tried. So I couldn't kick. There was no power whatsoever. Usually,
What was your right leg?
Yeah, right leg.
Oh, wow.
Which was the worst. If it was on my left, I can kick both, but my right leg's, it's $1 million leg. But yeah, bro, I was just handballing the whole game, and I was super unfit. Not super unfit, but you could call it lazy. I'd call it lazy.
I get you.
But I was a forward, so I was always kicking goals and shit. But couldn't do anything, bro. I remember chasing one kid. This was in Box Hill. Chasing one kid all down the wing from like the back line all the way down to the fort he was going. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. There's no way I'm running. Bro, I sprinted. I've never sprinted so fast in my life. And I pulled up all right. Like at the end of it, I pulled up all right. About 5 seconds later, I'm like, nah. I dropped down, bro. I was about to pass out again. I was like, nah, this pain's too much. I started crying.
True, you
stretcher.
really hurt something.
Yeah, that's when did I go to hospital? I think that's when I went into hospital. Never had surgery or nothing. It's good now.
Yeah.
So it must have healed itself, or I don't do too much physical activity now, so I probably wouldn't be able to know.
So fuck.
But yeah, bro, that sort of ended not sport, but yeah, that sort of ended that good run of my age. That was sort of like my peak.
Yeah,
where-
one injury they sort of forget about you.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
oh, there's others that haven't been hurt yet.
At the time, I was captain and everything, so I missed like 8 weeks, 9 weeks.
Yeah, that's half. The
So as
season.
captain, I felt like shit because like I don't know, I'm sort of I like being a leader. I'm a good talker and all that kind of shit. I'm really loud, but yeah, I hated fucking watching from the sidelines, bro. It
kills you.
sucked, man.
It kills you.
But yeah, that was sort of the end of that good run of sport. I've tried here and there, like this year. I tried to play footy again. I tried to play last year, but bro, fucking life gets you, bro. Being an adult fucking sucks.
Well, and especially if you don't do it, and you're competing with a whole bunch of people that do that shit every day. It's like when you're rapping, it's like you don't expect a man who's never rapped before to rock up and like
Yeah, just kill a verse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it.
it's like no. Oh, but there's something I was gonna say. Back when you dropped that All Night remix and you caught fucking nothing but shade for it, how'd you move through that?
Good question, bro.
I was so happy that one didn't slip too.
Yeah. I don't know. I get bored really easily.
True.
So at times I'd be left with like nothing but like my DJ shit in my room. So as I said, I was always around music, so no matter what I did, I could never get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be sitting on my bed on just my DJ things right there. I'm like, just fucking do it. Just make another one. And I was like, I made a heap, but it just never left my computer. So it was always just sitting there. And I'd probably say a few months, maybe 3 months, I reckon. Didn't peep a word of music out. But then the people that were giving me shit were at East Doncaster,
Okay.
where I went. Then I moved to Epping. And at Epping, like everyone's sort of around hip-hop a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot more African culture and, you know, there's a lot of Kiwis and everything. So
True.
they all love it. So a lot of them were rapping too.
Okay.
So I chose music. That's what I wanted to pursue. So I chose music as a class. And everybody in that class, like majority of it, were like all rapped and everything. So like being like a white kid coming in with long curly hair, like a man bun, like fuck, look at this kid, he probably plays the triangle or something. So I walked in and it was cool. There was sat at the table by myself because I was the new kid. And then I see like, not the first day, but the second day, this cool ass motherfucker came in, dreads.
True.
With dreads. And it ended up being this dude called Lebo, who raps also. I was like, fuck, bro, this dude looks fucking sick. Because at my old school, like East Doncaster, there's not too many like African kids.
Yeah.
There was one, shout out Isaac Quaynor, now plays for Collingwood
True.
in the AFL, so he's killing shit. And Mark, my homie Mark, but that was fuck, that's probably the only two kids that were African at East Doncaster. But if you went to Epping, bro, there was fucking heaps.
Yeah.
And it was sick because like we shared the same interest within music and shit. And I remember, fuck, I don't know what it was. Someone got on the drums and like Lebo just started rapping or some shit. Then we all had to do like a performance for like the grade or whatever. And it was me, Lebo, who else? Dugoro Fisa, Frio Fisa too. He's
Oh,
like that.
true.
Yeah, Frio Fisa.
Fuck.
And a girl called Liana. And it was a song, fuck, I should remember this. I know it word for word. 3,500 by Childish Gambino.
3005.
3,005.
Yeah,
Fuck, I
yeah,
necked
yeah.
that heavy, bro.
No, it's all good.
3,005, we did that. And at first, they were like, fuck. You know, I could see what they were thinking. They're like, this kid isn't fucking rapping. And then I did it because that was my favourite song at the time. I love Childish Gambino. And I did that shit word for word. And I rapped it. And they're sort of just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? What's he doing? And ended up acing it in like the grade or whatever.
Yeah.
My teacher didn't really like it because we went playing no instruments and shit.
Yeah.
Or just sort of, I was rapping one verse, someone was singing, another rapping, all that kind of shit. But that's really, when I did that, was a moment I sort of knew, all right, there is people that actually like what I'm doing.
True.
You know what I mean? So it was literally that stage then. Like I knew on the bus with Mark that I could write.
Yeah.
But
And
when
that's
I
a hip hop head who's giving you that opinion.
Exactly,
So you're
yeah.
like sick.
Yeah. And then yeah, so when I moved to Epping and then I did that in person, I was like, all right, there's people, I can work with that. So 3 people then turned into whatever, because they would have told people, and then a whole new friendship group
Yeah.
expands, and then it's just a fucking domino effect until now.
So, bruv, you're fortunate.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
That's like
Because to be honest, I always think to myself, if I didn't move school, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. You know what I mean? I would never ever make music.
I was literally going to say, I was like, when would it be the next time that you had the confidence to drop another song? Especially around those same people, like, you wouldn't have done it.
No, it wouldn't happen. I don't know what I'd be doing, bro. I probably would have fucking dropped out at year 10 and did, I don't know, nailing wood or some shit.
Yeah, or just some other fuck shit.
Yeah, I don't know, fucking doing cooking classes or some shit, I don't know.
But whatever people want to do, it's like, all means
it wouldn't have been music, bro, after that. To go back to the same people, I wouldn't have made music or nothing. But
have any of them reached out since, and they're just like,
bro.
"Oh, yeah, tell you what, it's not that trash."
Every single one, bro.
True.
Every single one. But it's not like, fuck, we were 15, 16. So it ain't like, nah, fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
You hated. Like, bro, it is what it is, bro. To be honest, if I was on the other side, I probably would have said the same shit. Like, bro, this is trash. Just being an ignorant 15, 16-year-old kid, just looking for some shit to hate, as, you know, every sort of kid was.
But bro, and then none of that, it's a time period, because now I'm reflecting back and when All 9 was a tune. That was kind of on the verge of where hip-hop was starting to become cool in Australia.
Yeah.
Like, hip-hop, man, was cool in Australia late as fuck.
It was cool as shit, yeah.
No, but it was late.
Yeah.
Like, it was like...
we're always late to shit.
Yeah, like, all high school, no one listened to hip-hop for me. And then all of a sudden, like, as soon as it ended, like, everyone else started... Then you're just like, all right, we're finally here now. We're in good times. Like, everyone's finally seeing what I'm seeing. And just to try and fucking prove yourself to a whole bunch of people that don't give a fuck about hip-hop.
Yeah, it's difficult, bro. It's difficult, yeah. Because it's just a certain demographic, really. It depends where you look. Because, as I said, I've always been around hip-hop, Eminem. So, I was always trying to expand, and because Eminem turned into Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre turned into Snoop Dogg. You know, domino
Snoop
effect.
Dogg turns into Death Row.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I've got this huge catalogue of hip-hop that not too many other people know. But I wasn't too hard on like the old school shit, really. I was into Dr. Dre and all that, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, NWA, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Parker even, I'd say that. But I'm not too big on like the old school shit.
True.
I'm not even like the new wave either. Bro, I'm a fucking...
Where do you sit at?
I don't
Are you
know.
sitting in like the early thousands era? Like that's like Chingy, Chamillionaire, Nelly, that sort of shit?
Nah.
No?
Bro, I couldn't name a Nelly song if my life depended on it.
Fuck.
Not one. Nah.
Nah, the Dirty South one.
I couldn't name one, bro.
Man, Nelly had one track, that one from the South.
I heard a few. He was
hard.
hella big, bro. He was big as at one point. But I couldn't name... That's really the time frame that I really missed.
Okay.
Because I'd go to clubs and shit, and like, you know, like the old school R&B would come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, all these girls would be singing it, all these dudes. I'm just like, what the fuck am I listening? I've never heard this song in my life. Like, this is brand new to my ears.
True.
Literally, the only one I know would be like, old R&B would be like Neo, so sick.
Yeah.
Other than that, bro, like, I got no idea with like old R&B or nothing. I've never... That's like something I missed. I wish I got into it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It skipped me, bro.
No, like, man, because I guess like it depends like on your upbringing. Like for me and my brother, like we were like, the first album I ever got was Tupac, fucking Until the End of Time. And it was just like your dad gives you that like CD as a fucking 10-year-old, and you just run away with it. You like
all these swear words. You're like,
oh, bro,
fuck, bro, this is
your
sick.
world's like your world's changed. And then like when CDs had the little booklet in them, man, you were reading that shit because that was the first time you were reading swear words and stuff. Like you were appreciating it.
Bro, I used to study that shit. That little note they had in the CD cover. I remember I had it on an Eminem one. Bro, I read the credits, producers, everything, bro. I used to study that shit, bro.
But then, you know what else? It probably taught you how to write.
Yeah.
Because you're reading his lyrics, so you're understanding like the formation of like how they do that.
Yeah, cadence, all that kind of, yeah. Because writing is like obviously my strong point. I love to write. I was always, I wouldn't say a fucking A grade student, but I was always pretty good at English and stuff.
I get you.
I always used to write just for no reason. Man, I got notes. I got like notepads, books on books, and just fucking lyrics, just shit that's stashed away that I probably never ever use. May go back to in like 20 years and just like, bro, look at this. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, writing's like the foundation of every hip hop artist.
True.
I think. I know. A lot of talk goes around like ghostwriters and shit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is now. A lot of people hate, but like, what can you do? You know what I mean? Music is music. Doesn't matter who wrote it. If you can bob your head to it, it's good music.
I get you.
Do you know what I mean? Doesn't matter who wrote it. If that's what you want to, if that's your preference of writing your own music, I know that's me.
Yeah.
I never have anyone else write for me ever. Yeah. Just because it ain't me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I want people to connect with me. So if they're connecting on something that I didn't write, it's not satisfying to me. So for me, I've always got to write my own shit.
Well, I guess like that's the problem with that as well, like that relatableness. It's like if you didn't write your music, then someone wants to talk to you about it, you'll feel a type of way because you're like, oh, I actually don't remember the headspace, etc. I was in at that time to like have that conversation. And then I think it's true how like all that happens now these days. And at the end of the day, I guess we'll never know. Like there are so many people where it's like, yeah, I write all my own shit. And then like a few years later, they just get exposed and you're just like,
yeah. Like,
but you've already gravitated toward that artist. Like you now feel a weird
You can't
way.
do much about it, bro.
Bad.
It just is what it is. That's just the industry now.
But I guess on the individual, it's like, it's up to you. If you're comfortable with letting someone else write your shit, by all means. If not, like write your shit yourself.
Yeah. Either way, bro. Music is music at the end of the day.
Literally.
It's been written by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what you like or if that's your cup of tea, then fuck it, bro. Who cares?
Wait, and take us, like we were talking about it before off camera, but how, like you don't make beats. Why do you not make beats? Or,
Nah.
like, why not?
I'm not. So I try to make beats early days, but I find for myself if I focus on beats, then my rhymes are lacking. If I focus on rap too much, then my beats are lacking. So I just came to the conclusion like just rap. It's always what you wanted to do. Like you've always pitched yourself on stage. So I'm like, just do it. Just see what it can do. And so gradually over the years, even in myself, I can see like the quality of my lyrics, like gradually getting better and better. And now it's come to the point where like no one's getting my bars because they're too fucking like complex.
True.
I remember, what was this bar? It's like everybody loves it. It's not released yet, but I previewed on Instagram. What was it? Bro, it was crazy.
It's gone.
Do you know? You ever watch WWE?
Nah, man, I miss wrestling.
So there's this guy called CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Yeah, all tats everywhere. Super popular. He never did drugs. He was the only one that never did steroids or anything.
True.
And it was like, one of my lyrics was like, you keep your drugs laced, that's cap. I'm straight edge. These games full of punks, but I didn't see them.
True.
So straight edge is in, like caps isn't drugs.
Yeah.
Straight edges mean you don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Game full of punks, but I don't see them.
Which is
so
the best
CM
one.
as in see them.
Yeah.
So shit like that, people straight over, bro.
Bro.
No one's catching that. And that's like my favorite bit. When people do realize that, be like, bro, like what the fuck? How the fuck did you think of that? But that's the enjoyment I get out. Because I wouldn't purposely say, bro, sussy, this is what it means. I'll listen to this, see what you can pick up, and then never pick up anything.
Well, it's their interpretation.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I'm like,
yeah.
I'm a hip hop head. So like I fuck with like layering. I fuck with multiple meanings.
Yeah.
Like Mick Jenkins is one of my favorites because
He's fire.
His lyrically,
There's
like,
layers on layers on layers,
oh, bro.
It's
He'll
ridiculous.
say like one sentence has 4 different meanings, and you're just sitting there and you're just like,
Yeah. Him and Joey are like Joey Badass.
oh man,
They're sort of like in the same category to do with lyricism. There's a few actually. My favorite to do with lyricism. You ever heard of a guy called Dave?
bro from the UK,
Bro.
Wait, I went and saw Dave live.
Did you?
Yeah.
I missed it, bro.
Bro.
Because that was in Thornbury. That's the ends.
Yeah,
That's like 10 minutes from me. Is it? Oh, the Croxton. Was that?
Yeah, and 1-4 opened.
Yeah, that was. Is that in Thornbury? I'm pretty sure that's in
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Croxton Band
Yeah,
Room.
that's like fucking. That's still the ends. That's like 15 minutes from me, and like the boys.
bro. Like
Crazy.
Dave's whole
He's
album.
too good, bro. People sleep on him still. He should. He needs a Grammy for that last album.
Bro,
He needs a Grammy. I'm
that-
gonna be mad pissed he don't get a Grammy, bro.
You know what was fucked? That one album of the year that year, like that wasn't even a debate.
Nah.
Like, oh, it was this year as well. So, and then the only one that's even coming close into competition with that, for me anyway, is Kano, Hoodies All Summer.
I haven't peeped it.
Bro,
I should.
Kano's like my fucking...
Yeah, I used to listen to Kano heavy.
Like, and it was just so funny in how, like, they both had such serious roles in Top Boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Have
it's
you
like,
seen it? The new
bro,
one? Bro, don't spoil that. I'm only on
Have you not
episode
seen
5.
it?
I literally started last night. I love Top Boy though. I watched it back in like 2015 when it first came out.
Yeah.
Love that shit. Like I still remember everything. But I only peeped it last night because I went to Melbourne show. Fucking Friday. I had all these lollies, like from the show bags and shit. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, let me watch a movie. I'm just gonna fucking cave these lollies in.
True.
So I'm like, go through Netflix. I'm like, bro, I haven't even peeped Top Boy and everyone's talking about it. I'm on fucking episode 5, but I'm at that I'm at that stage where fucking who is it? Dave is in prison,
Yeah.
calls him up.
Yeah.
It's like fuck Jamie or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like don't listen to him, and he tries to shoot Sully. So I'm on episode 5, and I'm pretty sure 7, Dave breaks out. So as soon as I get home, bro, it's exactly what I'm doing, bro. I'm on Top Boy. I got work at 5 in the morning, but fuck it, I'll probably pull an all-nighter, bro, because I can't wait, bro. I gotta watch Dave because I love Dave, bro.
I did
He's
that shit. I had
crazy.
to binge watch it all. And then last night, I was watching like a review from this other podcast I really like to listen to, Halfcast.
Right.
It's from the UK. It's got Chucky, who's like mad influential throughout the UK scene, and then Poet.
Yeah. Okay.
Poet's someone who's kind of like an idol of mine. He's probably the reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah, true.
Like I've just watched him grow up, and I've realized I'm like, fuck, you can be a hip hop head and not have to really participate in the music scene through commenting on it and like exposing it and just like bringing the underground people to the light.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, this has motivated me to do what I'm doing. But they had a review of the whole Top Boy, and I'm going to watch it back because there's so much shit I missed. And I'm not going to go
Yeah.
into it because it'll spoil it for you, but
Yeah.
there's so
there would have
many,
been heaps of references.
like, so many
Yeah.
little things, like, oh, fuck. It's so hard. I can't talk about it because
Nah,
you
yeah,
haven't seen
don't.
it. Fuck.
We'll spoil it.
Like, there's so, like, it's not face value as well.
Because I'm pretty sure, wasn't Drake executive producer or director? I'm pretty sure Drake brought it back and yeah, like a
Yeah,
major
I think Drake
influence on
paid
it.
for it.
Yeah, he would have.
Like that was
Yeah,
a
he
go
would've, yeah.
because like they lost all the funding and stuff, and someone had to pick the bill up.
Yeah, well, that was in 2015, so it was a quick minute ago. So everyone was sort of wondering why it's coming back. So
And
I knew Drake loved Top Boy.
I'm just so happy he didn't feature in it
Yeah,
because
true.
that would have ruined it. Because like, how the fuck's this American
Yeah,
come into like the UK
I wouldn't have liked
hood?
it. I wouldn't have liked it if Drake was in it. I don't think. I love Drake.
Yeah.
Drake's like fucking god. But yeah, I wouldn't have liked it if he was in it, bro.
Wait, well, take us to the time when you went and saw Drake.
Bro, it's like one of the best nights ever. Because I remember it was a Sunday night. I had work the next morning, so there was no way I was going out.
Wait, what do you do for work again?
So I'm in logistics and shit within
Logistics.
warehousing.
Oh, true.
So I do all that, like transport, control, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a Sunday night. Oh, at this time, fuck, I may have been casual. Maybe not. But anyways, I know I had work the next day. So it was a Sunday night, and I knew everyone was going to Drake. Actually, I'll start. So my previous management label,
Yeah.
there's a guy in there called Reza. Shout out Reza. He was the photographer for Drake's tour,
No
which
shit.
is nuts. He went to London as well. So he linked up with Boy Wonder,
True.
one of Drake's producers, and he took pictures of like the whole UK tour.
Yeah.
And I knew that he was going to Drake, and I remember asking him like, bro, can you give me tickets? Or like that whole week I was nagging him. He's like, I can't, bro. I'm like he was backstage with him, everything. I was like, fuck.
It's like just slide me a backpack
Yeah,
and
I'm
carry
like,
your
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Just give me.
I was like, bro,
give
I'm
me
up
a
the
roll.
floor. I'm up the floor. I don't care. And he was like, nah, I can't, bro. I'm like, all right, all sweet. Like Drake will be back. So I'm just sitting there Sunday night, and then my friend Diarella hits me up, and then she's like, what are you doing? I said, nothing. I thought she was messaging me for something else. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, nothing. She's like, you want to come to Drake? I was like, what? She's like, you want to come to Drake? I said, what do you mean? Like, do I have to pay for the tickets? Or like, I was a tight ass, bro. I was like 17, 18. I was a tight ass. But she had a ticket for her brother, but her brother couldn't make it. So she's like, no, you don't. Like, just come. I've got the ticket already. I'm like, bro, say less. Fucking, I got dressed in like 10 minutes flat. Went down to the train station, caught the train down to Flinders, met her at Flinders. Because the show, where was the show? Rod Laver? I think it might have been Rod Laver, Margaret Court. One of them.
Just one of the big, like, it has to be a big venue.
Yeah. He should have done MCG. He should have, but bro, he would have sold that shit out. I'm pretty sure this was sold out. He was in Melbourne for like 4 days.
Yeah, I think all 4 days.
Every single one. Out. But the Sunday was the very, like, not only was it the last leg of like Australia, but it was his whole world tour. So that was the very last night.
Oh, so he's going out with a bang.
Yeah. So that was finished after that. But I remember it took a quick minute for him to come on stage, bro, because it was fucking Pierre Bourne. So there wasn't support acts, it was just DJs. Pierre Bourne and Boy Wonder. So one at each end of the stage, 30 minutes, so and so until Drake came out. And what music? He came out to Free Smoke, which was his intro song. Came out to that wearing this big Nike red jacket and tracksuits. I was like, bro, the fucking swag on this dude, bro. Because he ain't skinny, bro. He's sort of buff still.
Yeah, he's not little.
Yeah, so, but, yeah, bro, on stage, bro, I was like, fuck, who's this buff ass dude? Drake ain't that buff on screen.
True.
But no, bro, he's a big unit. And I was like, fuck, bro, this is crazy. And throughout, not even just Drake rapping, just the whole, like, from the pyros to, like, the lighting.
Yeah, I was going to ask,
it's not even like
production.
a concert, bro. It's, like, genuinely a show that you'd go and see. Like, there's, like, these globes that came down in, like, sequence. It was like a whole wave that touched it. Fuck, it was everything, bro. Fucking fireworks coming from everywhere. You didn't know where to look. But just, he connected with everybody, bro. Like, you can sort of feel it. Like, I wasn't, like, on the floor next to him or nothing. Like, we had decent seats, but it's just crazy, bro. He connected with everybody. Everybody in the arena felt it. It was just, it was like, I highly recommend it. Even if you hate Drake, bro, just go, because it's an experience. You may never get to witness it, you know what I mean?
And I was going to ask you about that. Has that shaped you when you perform on live?
Yep.
In what ways?
100%, bro. Because just the way, I know a lot of artists just sort of, they just walk across the stage, pacing back and forth. If you know me, if you've been to my shows, you know that I come off stage, bro, my shirt is drenched. I go all out. Like, I'm fucking, I'm jumping, I'm in the crowd, I'm in the mosh pit, everything, bro. But even also, was it before? May have been before Drake or after Drake. Probably a month apart, either way. I went to a concert with my homie Josh. He's also a rapper. He goes by the name of Kid Kami. Shout out, he's fucking crazy, bro.
Wait, Kwami?
So Kid, Kid, and then Kami.
Okay.
It's fucking nuts, bro. He's so underrated. But went to a show at Billboards, so Russell Street, for Night Lavelle, a guy from Ottawa in Canada. And yeah, I put him in my top 3. He's one of my idols. But that whole time, bro, I've never, to do with moshing and just energy, there will never ever be a show that will be anything like this, ever. Like, I could go to as many shows, there will never ever be anything like this.
What separated it?
I can't put into words, bro. The barricades broke, everything.
The energy in
I
the
remember
room.
I was lining up, doors open at like 7:30. And then he didn't get on stage till like 10. He had no support acts. The DJ was playing for like fucking 3 hours. Everyone was getting mad annoyed. Yeah. Because like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, hurry up. At least get support acts. I was mad, bro, because I would have fucking...
It was like, give me a mic.
Yeah, bro. I'll put my USB.
It's like, you're in the rapper. It's like, and
bro.
I got my shit.
I was like, fuck, man, as if you did that. But everyone was sort of getting reckless, and we were lining up since 4 p.m, so I came straight from work. I'm pretty sure I drove. Oh, nah, couldn't Uber. But, yeah, lining up since 4. Very first one's there, me and Josh. There was nobody else. Because that's, bro, I fucking love Night Lavelle. But, yeah, so we got in, first in line, very first ones at the gate. Midway through, Night Lavelle came on. I was like, nah, this is too much for me, bro. Like I was getting fucking elbowed in the face, and
Oh, it was
just full,
riot.
yeah, bro. I had bruises everywhere. I remember my homie Mark. He goes by the name of Race as well. He's a rapper. He dislocated his knee,
In a mosh.
bro. There was so many injuries. There was blood on the floor. Everything.
Did he get out or was he stuck there?
Nah, he got out. Bro,
Oh,
he's a
fuck.
nut. Mark's a nut, bro. He's a goat. Swear to God. But Josh stayed at the front. I got pushed back a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm cool. I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
you're like, I'm happy with
This
this.
is a good view, bro. I'm chilling. Josh was at the very front. And like 2 songs after, I headed back a bit. Night Level was at the gates, at the very front gates. And it was a song called Contraband, which is his biggest song. And what was it? Yeah, he was singing it and he was putting the mic to people's mouths.
Yeah.
Just
so he's
happened-
close to him.
Bro, he put it to Josh's mouth. The only person. Josh rapped that shit word for word. And it was like he had it there for like 5 seconds and then pulled it away, but Josh was like nailing it.
Yeah.
So it was like here, and he was just standing there just watching Josh rap his song. I was like, and I couldn't see it because you can't.
But you could hear the voice.
I was like, bro, that's fucking Josh, bro. Like, how the fuck is this happening? So, because that's Josh's idol more than me.
That's why he's up the front still.
Yeah. So
Yeah, copping fucking
Yeah.
elbows to the head.
So we went to the train station after it, and he's fucking ringing his parents. He's ringing his family. He's like, man, like Night Level just handed me the mic, but he was buzzing. When he watches this, bro, he'll get fucking goosebumps.
True.
Because he's just seriously fucking nuts, bro. He's just crazy. I love all that shit. Just like that raw energy. Even Playboy Cardi, performance wise, so Playboy Cardi, Night Level, and Travis Scott. Performance wise, they're my idols.
Yeah.
To do like I want to mimic them as much as possible, because it's just nuts on the stage.
Man, and then like we were talking about it before. We were saying how, especially from that Travis Scott doco, how he keeps the same energy whether or not he's playing to 20 people
Yeah,
or
don't
whether or
matter.
not he's playing to a whole stadium.
That's him. You got it. Bro, I say that to anybody. Like, just keep that same energy. Doesn't matter what you're doing, bro. 10 people, fucking 20,000 people. Just do you.
I preach that because it's the truth. And none of that, it's when you start switching up from that, people are like, hold on, but at this point you were doing this. It's like if you keep the same energy, it fucking prevents a whole bunch of bullshit.
And plus, if someone comments on it, at least they commented on you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know growing up, a lot of people try to say, be different. But now, I don't know, I don't want to say don't be different, but everybody trying to be someone else. So being different is normal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So different is now, how the fuck do I word this? So, all right. So being yourself is now a rarity.
Yeah.
Because
fucking
everybody's trying to be different. So that is now, being yourself is now a minority.
Yeah, I get you.
So everybody's trying to be someone else to be different. It's so hard to word what I'm thinking.
I know what you're trying to say. It's like everybody's trying to be different, but then they're forgetting that you as an individual is unique.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do.
Yeah, like to be different, you can be yourself.
Literally.
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
you should be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, no, because it makes sense in what you were saying, but it's the truth. People I've had to realize that within myself. I'm sure you've had to realize that
100%.
within yourself. Like, there comes a point when you look inside, you're like, fuck, I'm the reason for why I've gotten to this far. It's like I didn't copy anyone else's blueprint. It was like I did what I thought needed to be done.
Since you said that word blueprint, I know I'll say Australia, it's only sort of now that we're sort of picking up on shit. Like Kid Laroi, Manu Crooks, been overseas. They won the Rolling Loud bill.
Yeah.
All that
Well,
kind of
man, was
stuff.
touring Europe for a bit, doing like big things.
with Stormzy and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was big. But before that, for like dudes like me, there was no blueprint for artists to follow. Nothing. Like the closest one you'd get would be like Hilltop Woods. But even they didn't go past Australia.
Yeah, they went different. The
only one you could probably follow is Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, but fuck, can you even really follow? Like, it's
Bro,
like, is that a
I don't
true
think nobody wanted to.
representation?
That was the
Yeah.
thing. I don't think nobody wanted to. But now that Kid Leroy's out there, bro, he's fucking chilling at Juice WRLD's house. There is like, I wouldn't say hope because there's always been hope. It's a bit more structure and like a path for someone to follow. Not follow, but
It's the base. So it's like you can
the foundation. So now everybody can build on that.
literally.
Like even Vic August, shout out Vic August. He got, was it Bandit? Pretty sure they hit a milli.
Yeah, Bandit hit a
Yeah,
milli.
so that's wild, and like even got international attention.
Oh yeah, and especially
Everything.
for Australian artists.
Yeah,
Man,
that's what I
Vic's-
mean.
Like Vic's different as well. Like the most fucked thing about Vic is, it's positive. I don't even like he won't mind. Majority of his fans aren't in Australia.
Nah,
Like he goes
Wow.
through like his listening plate. Like you've seen
Yeah.
like the analytics and shit,
Yeah.
bro. He's big in like LA, London, New
That-
York and
yeah.
shit. And you're like, and then but it makes sense when you listen to his music. You're like,
yeah, it ain't an Australian sound.
no, it's
Not-
a universal
yeah,
sound.
Not that that's a sound,
Yeah,
because everybody's sort of typical on like, the fucking, I don't know what the word for it, like that bogan.
it's got to rap.
Yeah,
It's got to rap. It's
I
got to.
hate it because
Yeah.
I used to cop a lot of shit like, why aren't you rapping like an Aussie?
Mm,
It's like, bro, I've never listened to that. I can't interpret music like that.
true.
I remember I seen Travie, shout out Travie P. I fucking love Travie P, bro. But I think it was like a mini documentary, and he said exactly that. Like, I've never ever interpreted rap with an Aussie accent. So how do you expect me if I don't listen to that, and I'm listening to Americanized hip hop, which is hip hop,
Yeah.
then how the fuck do you expect me to rap like fucking Cursor or something?
I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, without hearing it first.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I've never listened. The closest thing I would have got, I probably listened to 360 album a couple of times. Other than that, I've been listening to Eminem, Dre,
Yeah.
Eazy-E, all them dudes. So I've never interpreted music that way.
And it's the influence of words. And it's funny because I was having this conversation with someone else, and we are talking about how if you're an Aussie rapper, should you be using the Australian accent? And for me personally, I don't think it matters because there's that universal language that people can speak. But I think the important thing is Australian like slang or like Australian sort of terms.
Bro,
Do you know what I mean?
Dictionary for slang, bro.
Yeah, like it's fucked. And there are some artists that do it really well. Like they will sort of like rap in a universal language, but then they'll say Australian relatable shit. And I think that makes all the difference, especially for like Australians. Like people are able to gravitate towards like that component of it.
Yeah,
Whereas when you hear an American, they're fucking talking about cookouts and shit.
yeah.
You're like, there are so many young, like especially young people. They're like, what the fuck's a cookout?
Yeah.
And then like you hear it's like, oh yeah, we're having fucking snags on the barbie. Like a kid will listen to that and be like, yeah, I know what the fuck he's talking about. Like that's what I want to hear.
Even that sort of, on that topic, I remember Jumanji Festival was out here. I was speaking to you before about it. But Jumanji Festival was out here. Manu Crooks was on the bill.
Mm.
And there was sort of a little bit of talk from other Aussie artists.
Mm.
They were saying like Manu Crooks shouldn't be on the bill because he's not an Australian artist, like an Oz rapper or whatever you want to call it. So I got really heated about it, bro, because I was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's an Oz artist? I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, whoever, but Manu's been in this country a quick minute. Like, I remember watching a music video every day by Manu Crooks on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, who the fuck is this dude? This dude is wild. I was like, I would have been 16, so 14.
Yeah, it's like day ones and shit. And
yeah,
you're seeing like Western Sydney, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but even, like, I don't understand what categorises an Oz artist.
Mm.
People tell me I'm not an Oz artist because I don't sound like it.
Interesting.
I've been in Australia since I was 1 year old. Like, how more... Well, do I have to be born here? Or, you know what I mean? Like,
I get you, because it becomes a funny one. We were talking about, like, there's an emerging Sudanese, like, rap culture in Geelong coming out. And, like, when that comes out, I can already see people like, that's not Geelong rap. It's like...
Yeah.
it's like
exactly. How can you
what do
categorise that?
mean?
Yeah. Like, I don't know, it annoys me, bro, so much because, like, I class myself as an Oz artist.
Yeah.
I'm in Australia.
Mm.
I make music in Australia. I'm an artist in Australia. Why the fuck aren't I an Oz rapper? Just because I don't have that fucking sound like I'm stuck in second gear sound.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, bro.
And I think that's
It
also
annoys
the
me.
issue too. Like, the Oz hip hop scene's been around for so long because we really haven't had
Yeah,
that
because we
many
never
people.
caught up on that sound.
Yeah, like we
That's
haven't had
why.
that many people really make through where they became the base.
Yeah.
It's like I interpret it like it's fucking open right now. Like if you like, but then that's Australian culture as well. Like, because I think what we're explaining to, I think there's a bigger thing in what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because when you break down, it's like, what the fuck's an Aussie?
Yeah, true.
Do you know what like?
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
do you like? Do you know what I'm really
Like,
like?
the closest thing that we got now, sort of coming, or not, it's really new, is 1-4.
Yeah,
They have an Aussie accent,
yeah,
but in a different way, because they're, I wouldn't say stealing,
yeah.
but similar to UK drill. So that they have now.
I know what you're trying to say, but you know what's so funny about it? It makes complete sense. Why are we more likely to gravitate towards American artists
Yeah,
before UK artists when they're more similar?
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they fucking colonized us. Like,
yeah.
why was anyone surprised that
Yeah.
like when I remember when Oz Grimes sort of came to Australia, everyone's like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah,
Like this is close to us, and then I've always believed that as like you know how every country's got their sort of BPM.
Yeah, yeah.
UK's got it fast, America's got it slow.
Yeah.
I reckon we're kind of in the middle,
yeah,
and because we're in the middle, it's like we can't be surprised if we're hearing sort of a similar sound to the
Yeah.
UK. We can't
Nah,
be
I feel
surprised if it's an American sort
Yeah.
of sound. Like it's our sound, and there's no rules on it yet.
yeah. Nah. I got no arguments either.
Yeah, like it's
That's
it's
100%.
like it's so early where it's like, and then I guess that's what I was saying with the whole like Australian culture. It's like for someone to come out, it's like I'm an Aussie hip hop artist. Like, what's Aussie?
Yeah, yeah. I hate the whole categorizing shit. It just annoys me. Like, at the end of the day, bro, music is music. They categorize it as an Oz artist or whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, I class myself as an Oz artist.
Yeah.
I'm Australian. I'm a fucking citizen. I'm an Oz artist.
So what more? Like,
I know-
how
don't
else
know
could I
what,
tick
you
a
want me to
box?
fucking play a game of cricket or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. What, drink a VB? I don't know, bruv. But even, for example, another one, bro, Chillin' It. I reckon Chillin' It is fucking sick. I reckon he's such a fucking artist, good artist, great artist. And he raps bogan,
Yeah,
if you will. But, bro, this dude's fan base is fucking amazing.
bro. And
Like, incredible.
when we're talking about blueprints to copy, we've had this conversation before. I had it with Andy Macon. He's the DJ for all the Bay Boys.
Yeah.
He reckons that that's the blueprint to copy from an Australian artist.
Nicomaya?
Yeah, Nick and Minor. Shout it. Like,
Yeah, so-
everyone be waiting to hear that cunt's voice scream
Yeah.
out, and it's like,
Yeah.
he ain't here today. But, like, we're saying, like, the perfect blueprint. Like, his hashtag, the 420 family. Like, have you ever been to a Chillin' It show?
I haven't.
Cunts
I love
fucking
it, bro.
scream
Yeah,
that shit.
420 fam.
And then, like, these are
Everybody.
people that are saying it who you know their life situation probably isn't the best.
Yeah.
But right now, they feel so connected to
They love
something.
it,
Like,
yeah,
that's
for
the
sure.
only thing that's given them hope.
In the moment.
And like that, you can't buy that. You can't
No,
fake that.
it's
It's
raw.
like that's
It is what
just
it
all
is.
credit to
Yeah,
him.
It's sick. I love it, bro. I love that organic fan base type shit.
Oh, and you know what else made me so happy about Chillin' It? How you know how everyone's like, oh, fucking, like we're pinching some of the UK sound.
Yeah.
The fact that Chillin' It was able to be the first Australian rapper to rock up in the UK, go on fire in the booth,
True.
crush it,
Yeah,
go on
I didn't even-
SBTV, crush it.
I should have mentioned that.
He
Yeah,
actually
killed
put
it.
like he
Killed it.
he really helped facilitate a lot of international people starting to pay attention to Oz. And like since that, you already see it. Now like fucking there are Aussie artists making their way into the big international playlist. And you're like, that wouldn't have happened until that bridge was sort of like crossed.
Yeah. Even with 1-4, I remember Dave co-signed 1-4.
Bro, when he did that shit blew my mind.
Yeah, Dave
And
was
then-
dead set listening to 1-4 in his car. Dave.
I remember seeing the story. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, because you've had a few stories where I'll comment on them because I'm like, we've had similar interest in like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But then the most important thing of that Dave co-sign is fair enough to just co-sign someone, but then to be like, all right, doing a world tour, I'm rocking in Australia.
Yeah,
1-4,
put them
I
on the
want you
bill.
to support
For
me.
sure.
You're like,
It's sick.
and like,
I wish bigger artists did that. Like even like, I'll say Drake.
yeah,
If Drake was to put on a local act, not local, I wouldn't say local, say someone of the caliber of who's big in Melbourne? I'll say Lil J. Shout
Yeah.
out Lil J. That's the homie. Well, actually, I'll say Playboy Cardi. Right?
Yeah.
If he came to Australia, did a Melbourne show, put Lil J on the bill, the wonders that would do for artists like us would be incredible. Because Cardi's going to sell out a show regardless.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter of the
opening.
support slots. So numbers wise, I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Money wise, I don't understand it because people are coming to watch you. You're still going to sell it out.
Mm-hmm.
Why not put someone like that on the bill?
And it's cheap as fuck too.
Man, to make some kid's dream, even if nothing happens after that, to perform with Playboy Cardi before him and have fucking 3,000 people going mental to your music, why wouldn't you?
It's exposure. But then you know what it falls under? Sometimes it's about knowing. Like, if you're, like, on the caliber of Drake, like, you fucking don't know any Aussie artists.
Yeah, nothing.
Like you potentially will, unless, like, someone in your team knows. Like, it'd be kind of a big deal for Drake to be like, oh, I need some Aussie artists. It's like, who does he pick?
Yeah.
And then you've got to remember, when you select these people, they're a representation of you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you kind of almost...
Yeah,
want,
I get
like,
that bit. Yeah, I get
yeah.
that bit. Because if he fucks up, then at the end of the day, it's your show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then at the same time, it's open act, like fucking no one even gives
That's
a
what I
fuck.
mean,
Especially
bro.
when they're there for
Yeah.
someone else. But then there are artists that do it. I went to a Mick Jenkins concert once. Mick Jenkins show. He's played 3 shows in Australia. I've been at all of them. Do you remember Barrow? The fucking Melbourne rapper. I don't know what happened to him. Like,
Barrow?
fuck. Yeah, Barrow.
No.
He was sick. Had a little vibe going for a bit. Like a real underground act. Actually, I haven't checked
What,
on him
from
for
here?
a minute.
Melbourne?
He was a Melbourne boy. But yeah, he opened for Mick Jenkins. And I was fucking lucky enough to have a conversation with him after. And it was like, bro, it was so sick to be able to perform to a crowd that you know is not there for you. But a few people have heard your songs on the radio. And then, like, if you're a good artist, you will know exactly, like, what you're about to perform for.
Yeah.
And so he saved all his, like, the hype tracks, turn-up tracks till last. And he wins the crowd over.
That's tough.
And there are people that walk away from that who were a fan of Mick Jenkins, like a lyrical goat, who are now getting around some Aussie hype shit.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because he was provided that opportunity. And I think that just randomly happened.
Even I know it's pretty specific in which acts come over because I know a lot do put on local acts. So, for example, you ever heard of Jaron Benton?
Yes. He was from Funk Volume.
He was.
Man, Jaron Benton's fucking hard.
He is.
He's got this one bar and, I'll fuck it up. I can't even remember what song it's from.
He's a real lyricist, bro.
He's deep.
But the thing is, he was meant to tour Australia this year. And I was on that bill as a support act.
True.
So I got the call up. I'm thinking it's sick. This is my first international support act. It was going to be nuts. It annoyed me a little bit because it was at the Laundry Bar. I perform at Laundry Bar a lot.
Yeah.
So it was there. I'm like, fuck, bro.
That's how your name falls into it, though. Because now
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Barrow, like, they played it fucking, I think, at 170 Russell where you go underneath.
I love that venue.
Yeah, and he was a local act for it.
That's where Night Level was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I was at Laundry. I play there a lot. So I'm like, fuck, bro. I want a new stage, but just to rock something new. But I was like, fuck it, I'll still do it. And then a couple of weeks later, after all the details were announced, the agency or the promoters hit all the acts up and said, look, these are the tickets. You know, you don't get paid unless you sell tickets.
Yeah.
I said, all right, it's the business. It's what it is. So keep in mind, the venue was Laundry Bar. It's about, I don't know what the capacity is, maybe 500.
Okay. And 500 would be fucking packed.
Yeah, it would be sick.
You're like, you're not moving.
Yeah, it would be sick. So 500 capacity. And the tickets for Jaron Benton this year, it's not his biggest year. We'll just put it like that. A lot of people have forgotten who Jaron Benton is, so he's not really buzzing at all. The tickets were, I think, $68 per ticket. I'm pretty sure Playboy Cardi was the same.
Yeah.
So the demographic there it's very different, and I felt a kind of way about that because
It's a big ask.
Yeah, I was told pretty early on, like, as an artist, any artist out there, know your worth. That's the biggest thing. You got to understand your worth. I played one free show, which was like one of my first ones, and I get told as soon as I come off stage, like all the feedback from previous managers, never ever play a free show because that's what you bring on stage. It is worth something.
Interesting.
So I told myself, okay, I'll never play a free show, even if it's $10, $10 a ticket, because I know that doesn't go to me.
Yeah.
I always if it's to another music video for people to watch,
Yeah.
it's never for me. It always
Yeah, you
is
invest it
invested
back
into
in
something
yourself.
else. So the circumstance was, so it was like $68 a ticket. Every ticket you sell, you get, I think it was $15 from that ticket or $10.
That's still not too bad.
It's not bad.
But it's a big markup.
It is. Long story short, tour got cancelled because not enough tickets were sold.
Mm.
Before that, I withdrew myself from the tour. So I didn't think it was right of people, because a lot of people were excited I was on the bill, because it's a rarity I do shows. I sort of like to wait a bit and get everybody sort of like,
keen
fuck,
for
when's
it.
he doing the next show type thing. This was the first one in a while. Everyone was super excited. And I hate letting people down. So I was like, but at the end of the day, I don't want fans of mine paying $70 odd to come and watch me and Jaron Benton that no one really knows at this point. So I thought it was pretty unfair. So I withdrew solely based off that reason. Because I do all this shit for the right reasons. I'm not charging nobody $60
True.
to come to a show to watch me and Jaron Benton. So I withdrew from that solely out of that reasoning. But yeah, as I said, a lot of dudes don't be doing this for the right reasons.
Mm.
Like for that, I remember I hit up the guy runs off the cliff. His name's Jared. He's one of my good homies. And I told him, he's like, bro, you serious? I said, yeah. He's like, bro, that's the coolest shit I've heard in a while. It's like, bro, you do this shit for all the right reasons. I'm like, fuck, I never really thought of that.
But bro, you know what's like the fucking, what blows me away the most is if you're doing this rap shit to try and make money, you're in the wrong fucking lane.
That's what I mean. Like, it
Like,
wasn't
it's
even
like-
about that. That wasn't even a factor in my mind.
Mm.
I just thought, like, fuck. Like, it was a national tour. And, like, make the tickets fucking $30. Because you would then sell it out. Because at
Bro,
the end
you
of the
have
day,
multiple shows.
he couldn't get enough tickets and the tour got cancelled. So surely that's telling you something. You're not paying $70 to go watch Jaron Benton. You're paying $70 to go watch Lil Uzi.
And then know that it's fucking, and then like the American artists, what I love is that their shows are always a bit cheaper in Australia because the dollar gets marked up.
Yeah.
So it's like they're like, oh fuck yeah,
Yeah,
we can like
for
we'll
sure.
keep it under $70 because it's like that's still like the $50 US that they get like per head as a ticket. So they're not even bothered.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say though, like I'm so happy I held on to it too. But you said you've been in Australia since you were 1.
Yeah.
Like where were you before that?
I was born in Ireland.
True.
Believe it or not, explains the orange in my beard.
True.
So, I was born in Ireland. Mum's Irish, dad's Aussie. So dad was traveling. Met my mum, had me. Yeah, I was born in Ireland. Came here when I was like, not too sure, 9 months,
Yeah.
10 months. Lived here ever since. So yeah, I was born in Ireland.
And then like that would make so much more sense when people like trying to critique you as an Aussie artist. Like, why don't you have the Aussie accent?
Yeah,
You're like,
bro.
You're like, I've only learnt the Aussie accent through people that I've like interact with, like the people I went to school with and shit.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, like
Even
what
like,
do you mean?
Yeah, like my mum has a strong accent.
Yeah.
Super strong. But dad's an Aussie. So yeah, literally if people see my dad and then see me, they're like, fuck.
There's
Like,
a difference?
Yeah, it's a spitting image, bro. Like
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
shaved
that's
I just
same.
shaved my head recently.
Yeah.
I used to have dreads and a fucking man bun. I have curly ass hair. But now I'm bald and I'm not bald, shaved. I'll say shaved.
Shaved.
My dad's shaved. I'll
Yeah.
say shaved just because he might watch this.
Just wait for
Yeah,
a sense
just in case, yeah.
insecurities about hairlines and shit.
I ain't coming for no heads. But yeah, so I'm like the spitting image of my fucking dad. But my dad's got a big bikey handlebar mustache.
True.
And I've got the beard, so I ain't trying to look like my dad anytime soon.
Fuck.
But yeah, this is literally how I speak.
Yeah.
But in my music, you won't, if you see me in person, you listen to my music, you won't think it's the same person. Because as I said, I don't interpret Australian music like that. So I rap Americanized.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just because of the bigger market,
Yeah.
I want to go over. I want to reach overseas. I don't want to limit myself to just Australia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
Which is like that, and it's good that you at least are honest enough, and like that's what you will say. Like there are so many people that is like, I was like, why do you rap in an American accent? They sort of just like hide from it,
yeah,
and you like just tell the truth.
yeah. Like even like a couple weeks ago, I did a show at it was this new club open, that my homie Junior does and my homie Luella. It's called Palace
Yep.
Thursdays in the city. They get a heap of live acts and DJs and all this kind of stuff. It's pretty new.
True.
It's real innovative. It's super cool. I did my set. It was sick. And then I got off stage. I was walking towards the back where my friends were. This dude pulls me over. He's like, "Hey, bro, like what's the go with tonight? Like, what's happening?" I said, "Oh, they have live acts, all this kind of stuff." He's like, "I just watched your set." I'm like, "Yeah, sweet, thanks, bro." He's like, you should do a bit more Aussie." I was like, "Bro," I had a backhand ready, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, "Don't," because I'll just like, "Oh yeah, man, yeah, I might do it next time."
Yeah.
But deep down, I'm like, "Bro, fuck off." I'm sick of hearing that shit. I get it pretty regularly.
But like, you know what's so funny? Like, you weren't born in Australia.
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh.
it's like, and then
what I
like
mean,
this
bro.
is that grey area again between like Oz artists. It's like, what, we're just all born and bred. Like, that's not reality.
It
for
annoys
some
the
of
shit
us.
out of me, bro. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Just appreciate it for what it is. Sounding whatever, how it sounds, just appreciate it. There's no fucking put more Aussie in it. Whatever, bro.
Bro, you know how we should define Aussie hip hop now.
Go on.
And I think that's any authentic sound that's come out of Australia.
What is that though?
Any authentic, so like, whether that be your music. So it's your music that's come out of Australia. And
So then any music out of Australia is
for like hip hop. So like, if I was like specific enough to hip hop. So I was like, if you make any hip hop,
so is
and you're from Australia,
Kwame an Australian artist?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, yeah, like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, I'm like,
He's of African background.
yeah.
From
Well, like
Sydney.
it's like it puts me in the grey area as well. It's
Yeah.
like, is this not an Australian podcast? It's
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
it's
No,
like,
yeah.
do you know what? Like,
Yeah.
you sort of see what I mean? So like, that's like how I'd define that is, yeah. All right, you fucking live in Australia. You're an Australian citizen. Like, you fucking follow all the same rules as everyone else, and you make music in Australia. Doesn't matter if you're fucking from like Jamaica and you're like a bad man.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're in Australia and you're making music,
is
it's
what
like
it
your
is, bro.
representation
Yeah.
of that.
Just is
Like,
what it is.
and not only that, you know what fucks me off the most? Imagine if someone makes it big. Now they want to claim them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
it's like, nah,
Bro.
it's claim it from the start.
I'm going to
Then we
someone
don't
who
have
did
that
that, bro.
problem
I'll be
later.
mad pissed. Saying that, yeah, fuck that. If you do that, you're a fucking bitch, bro.
So I'd rather just be like, all right, if you're making any fucking Oz hip hop, like, if you're making any hip hop sounds in Australia,
You are an Australian artist. All right. Write that down, whoever's watching.
like
Dictionary.
like that's
Yeah.
personally how I believe.
Bro,
Because there's
yeah.
so many grey areas like in that space, and I'm like, there's no difference between you and Liam, who was born in Australia and like starts rapping. It's like, you've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
here for the same amount of time just
Yeah.
because you weren't born. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, facts. Nah, I feel that.
It's like,
Yeah.
like,
It,
what?
bro, it doesn't make no fucking sense. It's never made sense. We're only, this is the thing, we've been super slow. It's like, only now we're sort of catching up. Literally only now, like this year.
And it's like, and now I think now we're in that crucial time period. Like, we have to set.
Yeah.
And then like another thing, people try and set massive boundaries. Like, the benchmark from what I just said is so fucking low.
Yeah.
Like, there's
for
no
sure.
time period on it.
Nah,
Like,
nothing
you can
whatsoever.
literally just move from America, like, be rapping
Yeah.
3 months. So I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Oz
under
artist.
our umbrella.
Yeah, boom.
Like, we'll figure it out from here.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
We set it so low where
Yeah,
it's like, it
literally
encompasses
anybody.
all of us.
That's cool though. Yeah.
I never really thought about it until just now, and I'm like, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, like, look at the UK, the grime scene. We don't call them Jamaican grime acts.
Yeah.
They just fall under fucking grime.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Stormzy, he's Ghanaian.
Yeah.
We don't call Stormzy a Ghanaian, like,
Yeah, true.
UK rapper.
Yeah, we call him, UK, yeah.
He's just
grime.
a fucking UK rapper.
Yeah. You wouldn't even class Stormzy as grime. He does everything.
Like, it's just hip hop.
Yeah.
And then, like, his new album, man, like, what he's got in store, it's going to be
Yeah, I can't wait.
fucking
I listened to Wiley Flow like 2 weeks ago.
That
That shit
motherfucker was tough.
bangs, bro. It's my favorite shit right now.
Even Vossi Bop. Even though it's a
Yeah.
club song, like, that shit's fucking...
Nah, yeah.
The best
for
thing about
sure.
Stormzy is he incorporates the youth so hard.
Bro, he invests so much time in the youth.
Like, all them boys
Especially
dancing and
over there
shit.
too. Like, I know a lot of people, like I get that vibe because I've been to England a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah, same. It's fucked.
Yeah. Low key, I want to live there eventually. I just love England,
Yeah.
but like with the fashion and everything, the whole thing,
You just need this, bro.
bro. I think everyone needs that, bro.
Bro, to live over there, bro.
I know,
Like,
it's
sheesh.
expensive still.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, bro. He invests so much time in the youth, which is especially over there. Like I know, like the circumstances over there, but to do that is like fucking incredible. I know here, not too much. Like it's not as I don't think it's as bad here.
Bro, we're so close.
Yeah,
So, like, the problem that happened in the UK was, so in Australia, we've got, like, youth centres.
yeah,
So, for Melbourne, they've got Yarra Youth Services, which are fucking dope too. They've got, like, a big fucking space, got a recording studio and shit. They've got fucking
True.
people in-house that'll mix them. Like, man, this is where all the fucking
yeah.
underground shit's coming from. Like, just thankfully, Melbourne are doing it well.
Yeah.
So, like, we've got big youth areas like that. Geelong's got them as well, and like we're doing the same shit. We're just missing the music element, which we need to step up on. But in the UK, they had all of that support, and then the government fucking canned the funding. So all of a sudden, all these kids that had nothing to do after school and shit, like, you know,
Yeah.
go to these safe sort of youth spaces,
All in the streets.
all in the streets.
Yeah,
And what are you doing after 2 years of that?
yeah,
Fuckery.
yeah. Ain't much.
Now
You
this
gotta sell.
moped shit's happening and stuff. My
Yeah.
cunts are like, what do we do? Open up the fucking youth centres. It's like, what do you
Yeah.
mean?
True.
It's like,
Fuck.
the answer's like,
Fuck that, bro.
but then the problem now is like, they've closed the youth centres. It's almost like they've given up on that demographic.
Yeah, yeah.
But what they don't realise is by giving up on that demographic, you fuck up the ones before them.
Yeah.
So at least if you open them,
Domino
you can
effect.
fix the ones before.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's like, who am I? I'm not a politician. What the fuck do I know?
Bro, I'm telling you, we know a lot more. Just listen to the people, bruv. I say that at jobs and shit and everything. It doesn't matter where you work. A lot of the time, bro, the managers have no fucking idea what they're doing. Put yourself in the worker's position and understand your surroundings and environment. I guarantee you will see improvements across the board. Doesn't matter your job site, fucking whatever it is, your home, a country. Put yourself in another person's position, understand their fucking situation, and make a fucking change, bro.
Bro.
It ain't that hard. I don't understand why the fuck the people can understand that, but then the people in power are walking around like they have fucking no idea.
It's honestly, bro, it's a disconnect. Like
Heavy.
they're so far from like the working man, where it's
I
like
hate
they
it,
just
bro.
make decisions and they're like, yeah, this my word's bond.
But then the thing is, if you think about, I thought of this. If you think about it, so say, like in a month's time, you're now a politician, and now someone in your shoes currently right now, do you think they'd be saying the same thing about you if you were the politician? Do
True.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So say my point of view is now, my point of view, if I was the boss, someone would be saying the exact same thing I'm saying right now to me as a boss.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think this is why nothing ever gets fixed.
Oh,
I think.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you now, and it's
Because it's just fucking everything just fucking gets recycled, bro.
man,
Nothing changes.
So to become a politician, the pathway for that is a fuckload of work.
Fuck that.
And you know what else? It's a fuckload of sucking dick.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to suck so much dick to
Yeah.
the point where you can even be considered one.
For sure.
By the time when you're in that position, you don't even have your own thoughts and beliefs anymore.
Ah.
Like, because you've had
It
to
ain't you now.
conform to everyone to get to that position.
Society.
And it's like, that's fucking backwards. We
You
should
have to
really
fit
be
into
pushing
society.
the best ones.
Yeah. They don't like, society doesn't really like people to stand out. That's what it is. It's like even fucking university and shit. They teach you a particular way to study.
Mm.
Even at school, you got to wear your fucking uniform. You have to act a particular way in class. You have to put your hand up to speak. Bro, don't put your fucking hand up to speak. Speak how you feel, bro. Don't be doing that.
But
'Cause
imagine,
that's just old school shit.
but then imagine trying to do that in a class of 25.
No, bro, you
Just
get your
every
ass
cunt
whooped.
talking
Yeah,
like
you get your ass
just-
whooped.
Yeah, but then you like the same.
But it's
argument-
just that little shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
it just doesn't, uni like your lectures and you get taught a particular way. So now all of a sudden you're in this job, you're thinking the same way you were taught fucking 7 years ago.
Mhm.
Instead of currently evolving and understanding new shit. This is why everybody's so slow to pick up on things.
But
It just
then-
doesn't make sense.
You know what's fucked up again? Think about the benchmark for a teacher. It's like, why is a teacher not one of the most fucking like highest paid salaries? Like, why
Yeah.
are we not fucking trying
At the end
to?
of the day, bro, the teachers are controlling your kids.
So why are we not trying to get the best people in these positions to do that? And it's like the easiest way is making it attractive.
I think it, yeah.
Like that's like literally, we give them fucking 150K. All the best people in the world are like, I'm gonna be a fucking teacher.
Yeah.
And like you set the standards so high, it weeds out all the people that are just doing it for fucking money.
But at times, teaching looks like a bludge job at some points. Bro, I know a lot of bludge jobs, bro. The PE teachers, bro. PE teachers are bludgers, bro. Terrible. I know PE ain't much, but it depends how you look at it.
Bro, what do they say? If you can't teach, you teach PE. Like,
Yeah,
so that's
true.
from like a fucking movie. Like,
for sure.
It's like,
Bro, it baffles me, bro. It baffles me because the teachers should be the most important role in a child's life. You spend more time at school than you do at home. So the teachers should be a role model as well as many other things.
Yeah.
Like even as footy as captain, I got told, I can't remember who told me, you have to be a mentor, you have to be a leader, you have to be a teacher, all in one.
mm-hmm.
And the teachers at school should be taught the same values. I don't understand why, because you're controlling literally the next generation. You are controlling the fucking...
You're molding it.
You're controlling the upbringing of this country.
You're controlling the future.
The future. Why the fuck are you putting Gronks in here? Get some A-grade shit in, bro. And then look what happens to the youth. You watch what happens.
School attendance goes up.
Crazy.
Fucking creativity goes up.
Crazy.
It's
Even
like,
me, bro. I passed year 12 on 38% attendance.
Bro, I was like, man, I passed year 12 on 58%. And the only reason we slipped through the cracks is because someone in those positions was looking after us.
Yeah. I had a few of those.
Like,
I had a few of those.
Man, like, we were nearly, like, fucking... And, it's fuck. I don't even like talking about it because I spoke about this once upon a time. Mum grilled me. She's like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
I'm like, you just weren't there. You didn't see it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, sorry.
I ain't never told my dad, but, like, the thing is, it's super weird, bro, because the life I'm living, he's lived, like, exactly the same. So, like, it's just fuck, like...
too. He'd understand.
Yeah, nah, that was my stepdad.
Yeah.
So my
true,
actual
true.
dad... Nah, my actual dad's just, like, he's the smartest dude I know.
Oh.
Like, super... It's a weird smart. So, like, you got book smart, you got street smart.
Mm-hmm.
Street smart, like, A1 street smart. Like, he's super witty. But, yeah, bro, my fucking dad used to say that shit all the time, bro. It's just different. Like, I learn more shit from my dad than I do a teacher.
There are so many people in life that have taught me so much more than I ever learned in that school situation.
Literally, I learned so much more out of school than I did in. Maybe because I was a fucking shit kid, but...
that's what I was like. School's great for some, but then people like, I'm assuming me and yourself, we're hard learners.
Yeah.
And we have to learn the hard way.
Bro,
so that means I have to fuck up before like it even
I
makes sense.
fucked up that many times, bro. I seriously could not count it. Like, I was a terrible student. Terrible. When report cards came, like, Brandon's always been distracting others, doesn't listen. I was like, yeah, whatever, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I kept fucking distracting people. But eventually, what was it? Year 11. So year 11, I left Epping, right? School. And then I went to a music school next to Northlands called NCAT.
True.
I don't want to say terrible school.
No, man, like,
because that shit...
there are terrible schools that exist, bro.
Terrible school. Terrible. Like, don't give a fuck. That's where I passed on 38% attendance. I had one good teacher who's a PE teacher. Sickest dude ever. His name was Jamie.
Yeah.
Fucking OG. Used to love me, bro. But, I passed on 28% attendance.
38.
And then, maybe a year later, I was just thinking back about, like, this conversation we're having about the teachers and, like, the upbringing of the youth. I'm like, bro, there is no way a kid should pass on fucking 38% attendance. No way. I was doing VCAL with music and everything. Regardless, that's a fucking third of the year you're there. So really, how long's a school year? Is that like 11 months all up?
It's like there's 10 weeks a term and there's 4 of them. So like 40 maybe. That's just rough.
So a third of that, I'm there.
Yeah. How do you consume all the like?
The other 2/3, bro. I'm at home fucking playing PlayStation or writing music. How the fuck do you pass that, bro? Honestly, even now, like, I'm 20 now. I graduated when I was 18 and a half. Bro, I wish I paid attention to school. Even, it can come down to the person also.
Yeah.
But I wish I was back at school. I wish my fucking spelling was due in on Friday, bro. This adult
life, yeah, man.
Bruv, this
like
adult
every
shit
kid
ain't
trying to like,
This ain't
every
it.
kid trying to grow up quick. I tell my
Oh,
little brothers
God.
all the time. I'm like, oh, enjoy
Don't
school.
do it. Yeah, any kids watching this, bro, don't grow up too quick, please.
It's not worth it.
Bruv, it sucks.
And it's a fucking trap.
It fucking sucks, bro.
If you want to pay bills for the rest of your life, by all means, grow the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I'm only starting to pay bills now. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Just move to Amsterdam or some shit.
It's like, if I could be a kid,
yeah,
be a kid.
Yeah, bro. Be a kid.
Literally. Fuck. So I guess, what's next for Brandon? What do you got coming up?
What don't I have coming up? Fucking I have an album. I was meant to drop it in March, but I ain't done it yet.
True.
So my last EP I released did pretty well organically and throughout. It's real organic. A lot of people know it around the areas and shit. But it was an EP I sort of put together.
What's the name of it? I know that's what pops up.
Renegade.
Renegade.
So that's what it was called. Originally it was meant to be Rogue, but I changed it. Don't know why. It was just gut instinct. But yeah, it was sort of a project that I sort of just pieced together. I was happy with it at the time. But
The best of your ability, bro.
at the time.
Yeah.
But I listened to it now and thought, I do that with a lot of my music. I'd listen back to it. And I was like, it could have been better. But yeah, this album, I'm really, really taking my time with it. But there's no, on the last one, there was a lot of album fillers. Just songs I had just to put it in, just to make it album length. But this one, bro, I've made songs about 4 months ago that are on this album that I listen to now, and it sounds super fresh and new in my head. I'm like, this is how I know that it's crazy. You know what I mean? But it's just, every song on this album can be a single if I wanted it to. Like, I've never had so much trouble picking the singles out in my life.
True.
It is so difficult. I got my latest song, it's called Wrist, featuring Vic August. It's like on 98,000 right now streams. So it's 2,000 away from the big 6 digits.
Run it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Big ups to Vic as well. We see you.
Shout out Vic. But yeah, Vic's on the album. I got Carlito Hendrix on the album. I got Lil J. I got Junior. I got Midas Gold. Oh no, I'm forgetting somebody. But you will know when it comes out. But yeah, bro, it's gonna be very, very big. There's a lot of news that I can't tell because it's confidential. I've been told.
True.
So yeah, you will hear a lot more of me after this album.
What about shows and shit? You got anything coming up that the people can come see?
I did have one on October 12th at Rubik's Warehouse, but for some reason venue couldn't accommodate.
Oh, I saw you post that the other day.
Yeah, it
actually.
couldn't accommodate.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the lineup was fucking nuts. So there was probably too many people for the venue, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But got another one October 27th with my homie Gamirez from Brisbane. So he's doing a national tour, his first ever national tour. So that's me on the bill, K the Goat and Drupo. Shout out K the Goat and Drupo. They're my
Oh, yeah,
boys.
K the Goat. I've been meaning to talk to him. Apparently, everyone's saying that's a man I should have a conversation
That is the
with.
fucking man, bro. K the Goat and Drupo, because Junior and Matt are their managers.
Yeah.
So Real Music. They're like my big bros. We don't grow up in like suburbs next to each other.
True.
So they're the big bros. They help me with everything. But they don't show me some unreleased Drupo and K the Goat and bruv.
We got things to look forward to.
Bruv, you ain't seen, no one's heard shit yet. Just wait till K the Goat and Drupo drop some shit. You don't want to be sleeping. And Kid Dressed is on the bill as well. It's his very first show.
True.
So, yeah.
Plug the date of that one more time.
October 27th at Boney in Melbourne.
Do it. Melbourne crew, go get on that shit.
Yeah.
We got to support each other.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Fucking yeah. Join in, bro. Everyone support each other. Just show love. Doesn't hurt.
Like, we're not going to move as a country unless we all move together.
Yeah, bro. It doesn't hurt. It's easier to be nice. That's what I've been learning lately. I used to be a mad hater.
True?
Yeah, I used
What's
to
spun
be.
it around?
I don't know, bro. It's just draining. Like, it's just so much energy to hate.
Well, when we said keep that same energy, if I'm using my energy to hate, I'm not using my energy to fucking
Exactly,
love.
bro. Turn that around and just see what happens. Because I used to hate on dudes in my ends. Like, yeah, I used to just hate, bro. Just on shit because, like, as a kid, even now, bro, I want to be the best artist that this country has ever seen. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, that is my goal, as well as bringing everybody up. I always tell myself, like, if I go up, I'm sending the ladder down for the rest of them.
Fucking oath.
If I eat, everybody eats. It's this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the people around me. You know what I mean? So it's
100%.
never. I don't care what anyone says. Like, if people say I made it, I'm self-made. They ain't fucking self-made, bro. There's always support. There's always behind the scenes shit.
There's always a team.
Always. You cannot make it in this business being by yourself. It's never happened and it never will. But yeah, bro. Everybody just fucking show love to each other, bro.
Fucking
honestly,
oath.
it's just so easy.
Fucking oath. And I think we're at that time too. Like, we've fucking spoken about a bit of it as well, so I'm mad curious to see what you have to say. But, like, Brandon, like, what's one thing that you wish you were told as a youth?
Really should have thought about this. One thing. Everything happens for a reason.
Word.
Everything. No matter if you can't see it at that point in time, down the track you'll see, fuck. That's why that happened. I sort of understood that from a young age. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason and it'll be okay. It'll be two things. Because life is nuts.
Fucking oath.
Life is nuts, bro. Life is shit. Life is beautiful. But it's fucked. It's fucked. At times I fucking hate it, bro.
Bro, everybody
sucks.
does. And then
Life
at times
sucks.
we fucking love it.
Yeah, bro. That's what it is. It's how you grow. It's your development as a person. It's good. It's good for your soul.
It is. It's a necessary part of it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think J. Cole even said it. He was like, life's like a tyre. Sometimes you're flat until you put a bit of air into it
Yeah.
and you're fucking good to go again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's really important as well. Like, everything happens for a reason. Like, I know a lot of kids, especially within this generation, super. I don't know what the cause is. Super sensitive. Not sensitive. That's a bad word for it. But really,
Almost like hyper-reactive.
fragile.
Yeah, like something comes in, it's like, oh, I must react and say something.
Do you think social media has something to do with that? Or the internet? Or say the internet.
Yeah, because that's what connected it. That's what allowed for that to happen.
Even like within Instagram lately, not showing the likes. I think that's the best thing Instagram has ever done.
Interesting.
I love that so much.
Interesting.
Because you look how many people my age have like confidence issues
Yeah.
and like all that kind of stuff. It's people judge your personality and popularity of your fucking likes of someone double tapping a screen. I was on that same wave at one point, but bro, the way they took the lights off, the likes, it's nuts, bro. I love it. I reckon it's the best thing they've done.
It's I don't know. The people that know me know I have like a theory for why they did that.
Yeah, elaborate.
Like,
I'm interested.
fuck it. I believe that they did that because Instagram has a shit business model.
I thought of that too.
Yeah.
I thought of that too.
I was like, what you have just done now is you've taken away, like, now you have to be that middleman. No, like, so Instagram has to be that middleman. So say if you're Brandon Stone, you're a big fuck off brand, and I wanted you to help promote my shit. I'll give you $1,000 and fucking make you post some shit, like, relevant to me.
Yeah.
Sick. That's a transaction that's happened between me and you. Instagram didn't get paid. Now that they've done this shit, there's no more of that. Like, you have to fucking pay to do your promo through Instagram. Like, you can get people to shout you out, but now it's just not quite the same.
Yeah. I can see that.
And I'm just like, I don't know. You're crafty with the whole mental health pitch, but I'm like, you fuckers are getting paid.
Yeah,
now, and I don't know how I feel.
there's definitely a double meaning within it.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Because at the end of the day, do they really care? Does Instagram really give a fuck?
I don't think they do. But as I said, it's a matter of almost how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at it two ways within like the Instagram point of view or, you know, the personal point of view. Either way, it can be a negative or a positive, depending how you look at it, as I said. But even I'll bring it back to when we're talking about the teachers.
Yeah.
it baffles me how there is not. You can say it's PE or personal development, as they want to call it now. Within mental health, like I don't understand why there isn't a class that focuses on your mental health.
Bro, it's fucking so stupid.
It is ridiculous,
And then like
especially now, within this day and age, that doing that is fucking crucial, bro. Like it is so important for this next generation.
bro, like what, like, and it's funny because there's all the studies and shit that support it. Like
Yeah.
if you do meditation once a week at school, schools fucking do better. Like participation's
Yeah.
better. Like behavior's not as shit and stuff. It's like, it's like I studied psych at uni and I finished
Yeah.
it. So like, and like through youth work, one of the big things I'm proud of is mental health.
Yeah,
Like that's one like why I'll always have the conversation about it. And it's nuts that we just still don't acknowledge it. And there's still this stigma around. It's like if you talk about it, like you're weak.
that's bullshit.
But just no one fucking says
you
it.
think
But
of that,
why
bro,
do people think like
If
that?
someone fuck you if you think it like that, bro. Fuck you, because I don't know. Like, fuck. I reckon everybody has been in a slump at some point. It's only everybody gets in a slump. I feel after you leave school, you really feel it, just because you're independent now. You're on your own, kind of thing.
Well, it's a different story. Now you're not forced to see the same 20 people every day.
Facts.
And only 4 cunts are going
Yeah.
to call your phone.
Yeah,
You, like, you
yeah,
work out real
yeah.
quick. You're like,
Now you're like,
thought I had
fuck,
20
bro.
man down,
Yeah.
but like, I got 4?
Yeah, for real. Nah, but it's true. Even that meditation shit, I do all that meditation shit
True.
every week, bro. I left school. I was alright for a bit. It's only this year I'm sort of feeling it. Like being an adult and shit, you're like, fuck, bro. I'm sort of down for a quick minute. But you just gotta, if you speak about it, bro, your shoulders feel so relieved. Because I done that shit, bro. Because I'm the type of person to build shit up and just, as I said, like my old man is old school, but yet again, he loves to talk about it because he's developing as I develop.
True.
It's cool, sort of thing.
That's a
but
good relationship to have.
It's sick. It's the best relationship, bro. But yeah. So he's learning as well as me about ourselves. So I got told to see a psychologist and all that sort of shit. I was booked in to see a psychologist. I was like, nah, fuck it. I cancelled everything. I was like, let me do it by myself. Because a lot of the time as well, when people are in a slump, they go to alcohol a lot and drugs and
Just like
to numb
negative
themselves.
coping
Yeah.
mechanisms. That's all
Yeah,
that is.
exactly. To numb
Negative
themselves.
coping mechanisms.
With me, I like to feel everything. If I'm sad, I want to feel that. If I'm happy, I want to feel that, just so I can understand myself.
Well, you sit with it.
That's exactly right. If I'm sad, bro, I'm in the car listening to Drake. You know what? Like
I get you.
yeah,
I get you.
I'm an emotional eater as well.
Yeah.
Which is like some fat kid shit.
No, but like it's real. Like, but then that's another coping mechanism.
yeah, food.
It's a
and shit.
coping mechanism.
Yeah, bro. I done put on like mad kegs since like I left school, but you just got to speak about that shit, bro.
And the more you
It's-
don't, the worse it gets.
Literally, because that's what I did. I broke down one night. I was just in my bed, just like crying for no reason. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" My old man came in. We talked about it for like an hour and a half, and like since then, you know, my psychologist and shit, I like cancelled all that. I got told to go on medication. Didn't do it. I'm like, I'm not. Why should I be reliant on a pill to make me smile? Find some. Like, go for a walk. The best thing I love in my life is my fucking dog, bro. I have a shit day. I'll go outside. I'll see my dog. I'm like, fuck it, bro. Life's good.
It brightens you
You
up.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like even like walking my dog. That would be the equivalent as taking a tablet.
But then that's one of those things too. When like you go through those situations, they don't go tablets first. Like they try and go every other avenue before they'll put.
Well,
you
that's
on a
weird, bro.
tablet.
Because my doctor did.
Interesting.
So I went to the doctor to like, explain like my whole situation, like crying and shit, anxiety, whatever. And he's like, he gave me a reference to a psychologist, and then
Oh, but the doctor gave you the script.
yeah, the doctor. So he prescribed
yeah.
not that
Yeah.
first week. So that the first time I went, he's like, come back next Friday.
Yeah.
Write down diary what you're down each week, and then come back so I can see your routine
Yeah.
and shit. So I come back next week. I was worse. So I had a shit week than I did before.
Yeah.
This was going on for probably like, I'll say 8 months. So I was in a slump for a long time. And then I went back to the doctor and he was like, "Oh, you're pretty bad. I'll
Refer you to a site.
yeah. And then he's like, I'm going to put you on medication as well. And before that, my dad was not keen on medication. He's like,
Yeah.
no, you're not fucking doing it. Because he's been around. He's seen
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
shit.
like there's a dark side to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. My dad has done seen some shit, but fucking yeah. So he did that, and I was like, I took the prescription.
Yeah,
I took it, still in the boot of my car.
yeah.
I ain't never been to no chemist, nothing. So on the way home, the doctor's like right around from my house, like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. It took me about 2.5 hours to get home, solely because I just pulled over and I was just thinking. I was just writing shit down. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, see what you can do. Like, test yourself, test your mind, test your mind a bit, and yeah, test your mind and just see what happens. And then, bro, like right now, like I ain't never been better. You know what I mean? Like I'm super.
But you know that's so unfortunate about that whole thing? Like, the doctor made all the right moves in referring you. But the problem with the script was he gave you, this is where I think the issue lies. He tried to give you a quick fix for like a bigger problem.
Exactly.
And
a
like,
temporary fix.
Yeah. And then like, there's nothing wrong with like the doctor just has to make a judgment call based on the situations. But going to a doctor, like you go to a doctor so you can get referred to go see a psych, and that's how you do it for free.
Yeah.
But to go to a doctor for actual help for your mind problems, that's like me taking my fucking, like that's like you going to a vet. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like you've gone to the wrong person for help.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like, it's like that person's just tried, because you come to this person for help, they're just trying to help you like however they can. But in reality, I'm not going to go see a vet to fucking stitch me up. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I want to go to the ER, and so someone that's had experience doing this shit before has done it. So if I want help for my mind, why would I not go see a trained professional that's used to dealing with helping with the mind?
Yeah, these situations.
But then it's like you were just so fortunate that you were able to identify that. Like,
Yeah.
if that ever happens, I'd be like, I'll wait before I take anything until I actually get my mind evaluated by someone who actually evaluates minds, not just fucking, here's some antibiotics, that'll get rid of your cold.
Like I encourage anybody to do that, really, because like even now, like I'm fucking human. Everybody has a bad day.
100%.
Doesn't mean you're depressed. You know what I mean?
You can have signs, like you can have feelings of depression for sure.
Yeah, everybody has that. Everybody's fucking human. But I don't know, for me, bro, it got to the point where
It's reoccurring. And if it's reoccurring, that's
like-
when you need help.
like-
Like, go and do something.
I done got a new job, and like I'd take fucking 3 days off a week because I couldn't get out of bed. That was just shit. I had my blind closed. I had fucking clothes on the floor. I had empty, like, fucking beer bottles and shit on my desk. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, a new job as well. But I was like, nah, get out of the slump. Like, go see someone, which is then became the psychologist.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You could probably call it brave, or, you know, I was like, fuck it, just do it. So, I cancelled all the appointments and just...
You were fortunate you had other ways to release.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what we're trying to explain.
But the thing is, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
that moment where I'm like, try. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But...
Which is, that's where you were more fortunate.
Yeah.
Like and then there are so many people that can get stuck in those down times where the ability to try is just gone.
Yeah,
and if the
for
ability
sure.
to try is gone, like, fuck, just go get that help for no one else other than yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally not doing that to try and, like, I'm not doing that to go and try and help Brandon. Like, no, I'm doing that to help myself because I need the help because I don't feel like I can do it alone. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
And the person you go and see, the first thing they're going to say to you is, no, you're fucked up.
Yeah,
Fuck
have
off.
this, yeah.
They're going to be like, this is completely normal.
Yeah,
And you've done the right thing in trying to get help for it.
for sure.
It's like, that's all we can do.
Yeah, everybody needs to encourage that more within schools, sporting clubs, work, everything.
But that's when it just comes on us. People that actually have a voice for shit. Like, we're the ones that need to help. Like, just at least speak about it.
Exactly.
If no one else is going to speak about it, fuck it. Like, why won't we?
Even your homies, bro. Check up on your fucking homies.
Bro, check up on your strong friend. It's always a strong one too.
Bro, I remember because I started footy again this year, and I told the whole group because I didn't do pre-season or nothing, so I just came in a week before game one. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's play. I was unfit, but I felt bad because I wasn't mentally able to play because it was just shit. And I stood in front of the group, everything. I was crying and shit because these are the boys that like I
grew
played
up with
with
and
for
shit.
fucking 10 years. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm not able to do this and shit. and fucking just to even speak about it. That was honestly probably the hardest shit I've ever done in my life. Just to speak about something that's so sensitive. But now I'm only realizing that the positive out of it is that you're seeing every week more and more people are coming out within sports, within your workplace, that everybody's coming out and like genuinely speaking about it, which then creates support. It shouldn't happen. There should be support all the time.
Fucking oath.
But there is that is a major positive within it, I think.
That's just like that. Like it's not until I saw that where I was like, yeah, we're slowly progressing in some areas
exactly.
in society.
Yeah, like there ain't nothing like. Even I told one of my mates, and now he's always messaging me.
Yeah.
What's going on? What's going on? Which I ain't complaining. I ain't
No.
mad. Fuck, bro. I'll do that shit too. Like it's me. I laugh at everything.
Yeah.
I'm laughing all the time. Always got a smile on my face. That's when I told the footy team.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what the fuck?
100%.
Like, why the fuck is he bawling his eyes out in front
That's
of
what I'm saying.
everybody?
Check up on the strong ones,
That's
bro.
what I mean.
We've got a mask.
Bro,
And
even
Dean
like
Siderick crying.
fucking who was it? You could even say about Mac Miller, Robin Williams,
Bro, that fucking...
all of them, bro. You do that exactly. Check up on the strong ones. You can never pick it. The ones you don't pick it are the ones.
that are struggling. They're the ones that's just like... And they're the ones that never... They're always the ones asking like, are you good?
Yeah.
No one ever asks them,
Nah.
though.
They quit to check up on someone, but ain't nobody checking up on them. Yeah, it's facts.
And it's like, just because they're asking doesn't mean that they're like... Maybe they're asking because they're feeling a shit way, so they
Yeah.
know you could be feeling a shit way,
Yeah,
so
for
they've
sure.
opened the door. And it's just like, fuck, we just need more of that.
Be human, bro.
We need more of that. Brandon, well, fuck. Tell the people where they can find you.
Bro, everywhere. Instagram, Brandon Stone AU. Facebook, she's at Brandon Stone. Snapchat is very important. So Brandon ST0NE. And Spotify, you should find me under Brandon Stone. I'm pretty sure I'm the most popping one out of all the Brandon Stones.
Fucking no. You
So,
hope so.
Yeah, I hope
Otherwise,
so.
it's like, oh, quick
Otherwise, yeah, I might
reevaluation.
do a quick name check
Yeah.
real quick. But yeah, hit me up.
Fuck. Man, I couldn't thank you anymore for coming out. I couldn't thank
No
you anymore
stress.
for
Happy to
making
be
the
here,
effort,
G.
bro. It was sick. Is there
Yes,
anything
sir.
else that you want to let the people know?
Support each other, love each other a little more. Can't
Fucking
hurt.
oath.
It's easy to do.
Fucking oath. Fucking oath.
All Gucci.
But Brandon, thank you so much, brother. I know
Yes, sir.
Geelong was a solid way away.
A little
but I
bit.
think it's about time that we've connected Melbourne and Geelong a bit more.
Yes, sir.
And I want to be doing more of this shit. And I've got a few other Melbourne people in mind. And I know you definitely...
Yeah, I'll be
You
referring
can definitely be like,
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
I got you.
But that's what we got to do. We got to support each other.
For
like
sure.
everyone. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do. Support your homies. Check up on your strong friend. Ask for fucking help.
Ask. Doesn't hurt.
And that's all we can do. But I guess that's it for this week's episode of Different Kind of Genius. Stay safe. Peace out. One love. Liam, wrap that shit up. Like, comment, subscribe, or else. And Brandon, appreciate you, my brother.
Thank you, my G.
Thank you.